Today we're on the Scarlet Lady. It's Miami at night, episode number 10 of our vlog from the Scarlet Lady cruise we did on November 12th, 2021. It's time to pull away and leave Miami, and the process takes a little while, so I recorded the entire thing. I'm going to put it up in probably a couple different pieces instead of one big long movie here.
No, you're going to meet me in the room, right?
Okay, yeah.
All right.
What do you think? All right, so a little bit of scheduling mishap. Well, sort of. I wanted to be out here for the whole sail away, but of course it's dark. I'm not sure how good this is going to come out at night. And our reservation in Razzle Dazzle is 7:45. It is now 7:13. So I have to decide how much longer I'm going to hang out here before I have to go up to the room to, I guess, get ready to go to dinner. This is a unique sail away because one, the position. Normally when I do a sail away, I'm up on deck, kind of on the side of the ship, right? At least I'm remembering all of the ones that we did out of Port Canaveral over the years on the Royal Caribbean ships. And then two, they were earlier than this. They were in the afternoon. This is, 7:15 at night. But now we are all the way down in Miami, so we're closer to, Cuba and the Caribbean and everything like that, so we don't have to go as far. Whereas, you come out of Port Canaveral or whatever, you have to go all the way down the coast of Florida, so you have to leave, theoretically a little earlier. So, a couple differences, but it's cool. The weather's absolutely perfect. It is 79 degrees, a little bit of a breeze. Hopefully my windscreen is doing its job. This is one of those where I'm not sure how well this is going to translate in terms of, you're looking at the footage on YouTube and so forth and Facebook and everything after the fact, and it's pretty dark out here. And this little Osmo Pocket 2, I don't know how good it's going to do in terms of capturing this. So it is what it is, It's we'll find out in post-production when I put it together. It's weird. We're still kind of doing this diagonal thing. We haven't started pushing directly back that way yet, right? We're still sort of pushing there because there's the dock right over there, right? So we're still sort of pushing diagonally away from the dock. Oh, here we go. Now I think we're starting to get the traditional wake off the back. So there's the wake view for you. Miami skyline. Carnival Conquest is back over here. Trying to point to it, but I don't think you can see it. MacArthur Causeway over here to the right. So back around to the right is where South Beach is, kind of back that way. And that corner back that way. So we are on deck 7, the wake. The ironic thing about the Port of Miami for us personally is our very first cruise with Royal Caribbean back in 2005 was out of Miami. And every other cruise we've done since then has been from a different port. We've gone out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. We've gone out of Seattle. I've gone out of Tampa. We've gone out of Fort Lauderdale a couple of times, Port Everglades, Port Canaveral probably the most. But Miami was the one port that, just for a variety of reasons, we hadn't really gone out of very often. So this was our very first time to go back out since 2005. And my video equipment is much, much better now than it was back then. And so I purposefully wanted to make sure I captured that process of leaving Miami, and especially with being at night, it was all the more, that much better to capture it at night. So very cool process. So I wanted to make sure I got the whole thing. And so that's kind of the reasoning for just recording this much footage of this. And plus, I think it's kind of cool to just go through and very slowly see the port and just kind of explain what's where, because I'm pretty familiar with the port, even though I've only gone out of it on 2 different cruises. Cannot remember the name of that island. I think it's Fisher Island, but I can't remember. So South Beach is down that way. See those tall buildings? You know, those are all the condo buildings, everything. Music's not quite as loud over here, so that's also a plus. Some people have commented that there are certain parts of the Scarlet Lady where the music is a little too loud, and I could certainly see where that comes from, because on the other side, on the starboard side, where the DJ is, it's a little louder over there. So we're over here on port side to see if we can get away from that. So there's our wake view. It'd be very cool to see this out on the open ocean, like on Sea Day and stuff. Because both times that I've been on the Scarlet Lady, the preview in September and then up to this point now, we haven't gone anywhere. So the ship's been in port the whole time. So I haven't had a chance to actually see it like out on the open ocean. That'll be neat tomorrow. There's the NCL cruise terminal. NCL had one of their ships in port earlier this afternoon. I'm not sure which one, because one thing about the Scarlet Lady that's unique, another thing, I've had there's quite a few. If you wanted to get like a view off the bow, like off the front of the ship, it's hard to do. The way they designed the ship, decks 5, 6, 7, and then like 15 and 16, those are the 3 decks that the passengers spend the most time sort of hanging out on. And deck 16 forward is Richard's rooftop, which requires like Rockstar suite level access or whatever, so most people are not going to get in there. And then deck 15 forward, I can't remember, I'll have to check this out later in the cruise, but I don't think you can get all the way to the front, to the bow of the ship. Like if you wanted to look dead ahead like the Titanic view kind of thing, I don't think you can do that. But now the aft view, the wake view, you know, from the stern of the ship, no problem. You've got deck 7 that I'm on. You've got deck 15 up there, and then right where the net is, where the light is, that's deck 16. So there's 3 open decks to view the wake view. And then if you're eating dinner in the wake restaurant, which is below me on deck 6, then you can if you get a table at the very back of the wake, then you can look out the window at the wake of the ship as we're moving. So very specific deals about the design of the ship, that's for sure. So the Miami sail away. So we're coming up here on the left. We'll see back around over here on the left is the Royal Caribbean terminal. This is the big new one that they built a couple of years ago for, I think they built it for the Symphony of the Seas. Symphony of the Seas, I think, was like the main ship that sort of debuted out of this particular terminal. Nowadays, Royal uses it for, you know, I don't know if every single ship that runs out of Miami, but, you know, this is their primary terminal in Miami. Very nice, very large, well equipped. I have not been in that one yet. And as it so happens, I don't have anything coming up anytime soon. So our next cruise is January of 2022. We're going to be out of Canaveral on the Mariner of the Seas. February of 2022, we're going to be on the Carnival Mardi Gras out of Canaveral. And then May of 2022, we're going to be on the Harmony of the Seas out of Port Canaveral. And And then September of 2022, we're going to be Voyager of the Seas 14-night transatlantic coming out of Copenhagen, Denmark to Boston, Massachusetts. So that'll be a big one. So after this particular cruise, I have no idea when I'll be back in Miami. Now we are thinking about a celebrity cruise for the fall of 2023. This is how far out I plan, but not sure yet. Celebrity does a lot of stuff out of Port Everglades, which is up in Fort Lauderdale. So we do Celebrity. It's very possible that it goes out of there. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure. I'm trying to remember. I'm not even sure if Celebrity goes out of Miami, come to think of it.